Recording.
Good afternoon. We're just letting folks in from the waiting room. And as a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are testifying. Just give another moment to make sure everyone is in from the waiting room and connected to audio. Good afternoon. This is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is Monday, January 23rd, 2023. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to certain temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We are joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. I will read each item on this afternoon's agenda into the record in the order that they appear. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. We will then make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the division and testimony beginning with elected officials or their representatives. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. The first item on this afternoon's agenda is J Bond LLC doing business as FET, located at 25 Kingston Street. The application before us is to maintain and operate the live entertainment categories consisting of disc jockey, dancing by patrons, karaoke, instrumental and vocal music up to 4 performers each until 1 a.m. for 7 days a week, added to the existing non-live entertainment license. Who is present on behalf of the applicant? Oh, you are on mute currently. Hang on, I'm going to ask you to unmute and you can please identify yourself.
Yeah, hi, this is John Saman. I am the landlord. I'm the manager of the J Bond liquor license. And I also represent the landlord, which is the Boston Rescue Mission, and that owns the facility that the restaurant is at. We own two facilities at Kingston Street. We run a homeless shelter at 39 Kingston, and 23 and 25 is where we own the building that has the restaurants that have been operating for so many years now. We purchased the facility 16 years ago. We rent most of our space to nonprofit organization. The restaurant, we just purchased the license last year because the restaurant before was struggling after COVID. We wanted to keep the liquor license with the restaurant. So we purchased the license, and we've been looking for someone to manage the restaurant and reopen it back again with us. And we have FET came in as a minority group that runs several other facilities and restaurants in Boston and outside of Boston. And is represented here by E and Joy, and they're with us here on Zoom, and they'll be joining us shortly. The restaurant has been running before us. The 2 operators that had a lease with the restaurant with us as at the restaurant ran live entertainment for the last 16 years. It has not been a problem. Across the street from us was the Good Life, and the Good Life also ran live entertainment. The Good Life just closed down a few months ago, and they went out of business because, as you know, it's been tough reopening in downtown Crossing area, especially on our street. We hope to be able to get the live entertainment to be able to bring some music around the weekend, maybe Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And I will have Joy talk a little bit more about that. Joy? I think she needs to unmute herself, yeah?
I'm not sure. I don't see a Joy on here unless it's one of the,
Yeah, and now she's here. She is Fusat is the name here. Joy Ubey Kham.
yep, hang on, I will ask.
Joy,
her.
can you join us?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you now. We can see you, but we hear you.
Oh, okay. As long as you could hear me.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Something's wrong with my video. I apologize. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Oh, okay. How's everyone doing today? So a little bit about FET. If we are planning to do a soft opening, hopefully opening during lunch hours, and then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, do lunch and dinner. The type of food that we have.
Joy, can you tell me your affiliation with the restaurant? Are you the manager?
Oh,
I'm
yes,
just
I'm the
confused.
manager.
Okay, we have as the manager of record. Are you the
Sharat
manager of the
Reza.
restaurant?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Where's the manager? Who's the, Sharok Riza?
Yeah, Sharok is with us too.
Okay, so if someone could just back up for a minute and explain to me what the affiliation is with. I understand the landlord, and now we have Joy, who's the manager of the restaurant, but we have
Yeah.
Sharok, who's the manager of record of the liquor license.
Yeah, he's the manager of the liquor license, exactly.
So is Joy the one who's doing the overall programming of the entertainment and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, you can continue, Joy. Thank you.
So a little bit about that. We are going to, open Tuesday to Sunday. Ideally, it would be lunch and dinner. And the type of food that we're serving is going to be a modern American with a touch of Asian and Caribbean influence. We would like to have live entertainment available to get people through the door. It's going to be a restaurant where people could come and relax and enjoy lunch, have meetings. And also we're hoping to get a lot of the travelers that are coming in for, the theater district. So we're going to be advertising towards them as well, and hopefully get some people in for a good brunch.
Okay.
Yep. Did anybody have any questions?
Joy, can you mention the restaurants that you guys also oversee in the Boston area? So they know your
Yes. So I currently overlook the North 26, which is located at the Bostonian Hotel. I also overlook Neighborhood Kitchen, which is in Medford, and Gourmet Kitchen, and Piero, which is also in Newberry Street.
And when you want to talk about the music and you mentioned to me that you have set up a system regarding the sound, that the sound
Hi.
will be contained inside the space.
How you doing today? My name is Ernie Marizia. I'm one of the hosts and assistant managers at FET. And I have personally been dealing with the sound system and the audio video people that are installing it, and they have installed a meter, a volume meter that is that pretty much puts a lock on the sound of the speakers, so the DJs or anybody else that has control of the music that night cannot go up a certain notch without it being approved, like through codes, through a password. So sound is is very well controlled.
So are you looking to be like a nightclub?
No. It's pretty much a restaurant that provides live entertainment and DJs to the consumers, just giving them a feel that that if they want to stand up and dance in their area or 1-2 step, that is completely fine, but there's not really a dance floor provided for that.
So that's a different category. Dancing is different category. Oh, you do have dancing by patrons, okay.
Yeah.
But there's no dance floor?
The dance floor is very minimal. It's not like a nightclub dance floor. You know, it's not
Are you moving tables and chairs for the dance floor, or is it permanent?
moving them.
Okay, did you submit a diagram of that or a floor plan?
We did.
Yes, this is Elizabeth Keeley. I submitted the application and most recently it included a diagram which would indicate where the DJ would be located. And so we do have that identified in the floor plan.
Okay, I'm just trying to, again, understand the concept. You want live entertainment till 1 a.m., but it's not a nightclub. So what time is dinner served until when? Do you allow people in who aren't eating? Do you allow people in just to sit at the bar and dance?
Yeah.
If you could provide a little bit more
The kitchen-
color to it for me.
Yeah, so the kitchen on the weekends, on Friday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday will close at 1 a.m. for our late night snacks.
Okay.
And for when we have live music, especially, so that the kitchen will be open.
Okay, I'm not, this is probably a question for the landlord. Are there tenants above them, next to them?
It's all office space in our building. Our offices are in our administrative offices are in the building. I'm right now in the building. So we are present we have present 7 days a week in the facility. As I mentioned to you, we own also a building that is open 24 hours, 2 doors down from the restaurant. That it's well staffed, and so we have presence there. We received support from the downtown business, the bid, and we also received a support letter that Rebecca received from our abutters next door to us, 33 Kingston Street. Michael Rossio. Michael Rossio owns another 3 buildings on the same block with us, and he was very supportive of the license.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to my director of licensing, Rebecca, to see if you have any questions.
Yes. Elizabeth, can you please resubmit a floor plan showing where this dance floor will be once tables and chairs are moved?
Certainly, we can do that. My understanding from what E has said is that they are not going to necessarily set aside a dance floor, but to create some space among the tables if people want to get up and move around. But primarily, this is going to be a restaurant with a lounge atmosphere. It is not intended to be a dance place.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking. Are you planning on using promoters or charging cover?
I'd have to direct. I
No,
don't,
Joy, you want to respond to that?
No, we're
I think
not.
he just responded no.
So no
Yeah, we're not.
promoters, no cover charge. Okay, and then, so when you requested dancing by patrons, it was just more for the background music, like if they just get up and dance, not for an actual dance floor, to be clear.
And unless they have sometimes the operators before them, they had an event like a birthday or a graduations, they will move some of the chairs and the tables and make a little more space for that. So
Okay.
they
So,
have
yeah.
done that before, yeah.
If we could get, like, I mean, a floor plan that shows where the private areas may be, where the dancing may be, just so we know.
Sure,
Um,
we'll send you that, Rebecca. It's mainly what the past operators, they removed some tables and chairs, and they will make a little more space. That's what they have done in the past.
Okay, are you trying to operate like the previous operator?
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
not necessarily, no.
Okay, and then the abutters, sorry if you already said this, but it's both commercial and residential abutters?
We don't have residential abutters. It's all commercial.
All commercial, okay. And then, has any soundproofing or noise mitigation been installed just to help prevent the emanation of sound?
The sound control is controlled by the PA itself. They're controlling it that way. But I mean, there is insulation in the walls. I don't know if there is a sound insulation because the restaurants has been there when we purchased it. We have not changed the walls, so we don't know what's behind the walls. I know it's a very thick brick walls. There is insulation and there is drywall, but I don't know what type of insulation it is.
Okay. And I know when we originally scheduled the hearing, the Chinatown Residents Association wanted to defer this. Elizabeth, has anything been done with outreach to Councilor Flynn or the Chinatown Residents Association?
Yes, Rebecca, I had a lengthy conversation with Melissa Lowe, who works in Councilor Flynn's office. And she works very closely with the Chinatown Residents Association. And they have invited us to come to their Zoom meeting in February and to just hear their concerns. And what I understand from Melissa is that they have been very vocal or have been active in responding to some of the bar's hours of operation in not only downtown Crossing in Chinatown, but also on the Seaport because of some incidents that occurred or violence that occurred last year in their neighborhood. Melissa and I spoke, and she understands that, you know, we're several blocks from Chinatown. This is also going to be a relatively small restaurant, and that, you know, we would like to be a good neighbor, so to speak, but, you know, we don't feel it's fair that we should be singled out for incidents or concerns that they might have in their community. But we're happy to listen to them and make any adjustments if we can to recognize their concerns.
Okay. And the capacity is intended to be 210 persons, correct?
Yes.
210.
Yes.
I think Joyce said earlier that the hours you were intending, sorry, was it Tuesday through Sunday?
Correct.
So you're closed on Monday?
Yes.
Is that intended for a long time, or is that may change in the future?
I mean, it may change if, you know, if the demand is there, we definitely would love to open 24/7, but, you know, I think for now we would like Monday off just to give our team a break and, you know, for us to all reset.
Okay, and then live entertainment would be for all days that you're open?
To start off with, we would like to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
Okay,
just to start off with.
okay. I do not have any more questions.
Executive Director Joyce, do you have any further questions?
Thank you, Danny. No, I don't.
Thank you. At this time, are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Hi, my name is Jim Foley, and I'd like to talk.
Excuse me?
Hi, my name is Jim Foley. I'm from JJ Foley's Bar and Grill. I'm the abutter. I hold a liquor license for 65 years up in downtown Crossing. Some of my concerns are there's two entrances to the proposed establishment on Kingston Street. And one of their entrances is right next to my doorstep. I was wondering if the owners would be willing to use that as an emergency exit. Because in the past, we've worked that out with some different owners over there. And that way, my crowd and this crowd won't be tangled up in the same doorstep.
Absolutely. Yeah, no problem at all. We use the usually the exit, the entrance on the other side. The other one is an emergency exit. We don't use it for entrances.
Okay, well, that's great. That's a start. The other question would be, if you ran a line, could you run it from Bedford Street up to that end? That way, a line won't be in front of my front door.
Absolutely. No
Okay.
problem.
And what time were you planning on closing on the nights that you have the nightclub?
I mean, the license allows them to be open until 2 o'clock, and everybody has to be out by 2:30. We don't know if they'll be able to maintain these hours depending on the traffic, but that is what the license allows them to do.
All right, one of the other people had mentioned 1 o'clock closing.
Yes.
Live
Can we-
entertainment application we
Can I
have
just
before
jump in?
today.
Yeah, like this is a hearing, and I appreciate the questions going back and forth, but this sounds like it should have been a meeting between neighbors. And it's not a good use of my time. So I'm gonna ask the landlord,
All right, for
the
that,
manager, the attorney to set up a meeting with Mr. Foley. It's
Absolutely.
surprising to me that you haven't had these discussions before and that you're using a public hearing to sort of, tease this out in a way. So Mr. Foley, I apologize. I want you to be heard. So I urge the applicant and the applicant's team who came before us today to have this conversation with Mr. Foley and any other neighbor who have the same concerns. It doesn't seem to me as if it's as if the application is ready to be considered until you've talked to your neighbors some more.
Well,
And I
if I
just
could,
have-
sorry.
Go ahead.
I just reiterate what John Simon said, that JJ Foley's and the restaurant at 25 Kingston Street have worked next to each other for many, many years. And we've never had any discord. We've never had any
Oh,
problems.
no, I believe it. This is a different restaurant in a different application. Just because it was a
I
restaurant there
understand.
before, you need to go with your team and explain your concept to your neighbors. Very important. Just because there was a restaurant there before, doesn't mean the same rules apply. That's why I'm trying to figure this out, and I would appreciate you having those conversations with your neighbors before you come before a public hearing.
Yes,
We
I
have
understand.
other items on the agenda today. I'm going to ask you guys to have those conversations and report back to us.
Okay.
Madam
You're a very busy
Chair.
board.
Thank you. I've
Madam
asked if there are any
Chair.
other individuals who would like to testify on this matter.
Yes, Attorney Green, good afternoon, Madam Chair. This is Melissa Lowe on behalf of Councillor Flynn office, and we also respectfully ask that the proponent do a thorough community process prior to coming to the licensing board. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Melissa. Are there any other
I agree.
individuals?
I agree. It should be.
Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Sorry, can I just do one clarifying question?
Yes.
The entertainment is until 1, not 2, correct? That was what was on the application.
That's what's on the application. That's what the hours are.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The executive director will take this matter under advisement and will issue a written decision upon the completion of a community process.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next item on this afternoon's agenda is High Street TRS LLC doing business as High Street Place Food Hall located at 100 High Street. The application in front of us today is to add live entertainment categories consisting of disc jockey, dancing by patrons, karaoke, instrumental and vocal music up to 6 performers, trivia and floor show until 12 a.m. and background music on the outdoor patio until 11 p.m. 7 days a week. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Good afternoon, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, and Ms. Fu. Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the applicant. With me is Lauren Johnson, who's the High Street Place manager. We are before you asking to formalize entertainment functions, which the applicant has been applying, as you well know, on one-day basis for some period of time. You, of course, know this is the extremely well thought of and popular High Street place food court, internal to buildings at High Street and Federal Street, joined, if you will, with all of the applications except for the background music outside. Everything else takes place inside, internal to this basic food hall. And again, as they've been in their short experience, short but very, very popular experience, have been applying for 1 days successfully, have had no issues. Lauren has made outreach to the downtown bid, to the Downtown Residents Association, to Council President Flynn's office and the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. And we do not believe there's any objection that's been put forward. And in fact, we have the support of the Residents Association and the bid. We're happy to answer any questions you may have. There is a floor plan which shows the area in question. You can see it's a relatively small area where the entertainment would take place, basically central to the food court establishment. And this would be an amenity for the many customers and clients. It would also allow for occasional special events, if you will, parties and the like. And that's, I think, it. Lauren, do you have anything you need to add?
No, that pretty much covers it, but happy to answer any questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Executive Director Joyce or Director Fu, any questions for the applicant?
I just want to make sure I have it clear. So you've been pulling 1 days for about a year, and entertainment inside will be done by 12 a.m., outdoor patio by 11 p.m.
Yes,
ma'am.
our hours currently are until 11, and most patrons are out by 11:30 at the latest, but just figured until 12 just to be safe.
Okay. Rebecca, do you have any questions?
I just need a clearer copy of the floor plan. The one that I received, I just can't tell where the live entertainment areas are.
Okay.
Be
And
happy to
then
do that. I was looking at the one I have had been marked off. I apologize. We will.
it's no problem. The one-timers that you have been applying for, were they for like the weekends or all weekdays, different days?
Yeah, so it's mostly just for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to cover the DJs, but we have had interest in trivia nights with all the office tenants after work. So wanted to include it for all days of operation to allow us that opportunity.
And then has any soundproofing been installed?
Yes, so we have acoustic paneling throughout the entire space. We've also done numerous sound tests in the building during operations at various decibels inside the food hall and then going up to the different floors on the office towers.
And then what kind of butters does High Street Place have? Are they both commercial and residential?
They're all commercial.
Mostly commercial.
Oh, okay. And any promoters, cover charge, anything like that?
No, occasionally we'll do tickets, ticketed events, but just to cover some of the costs of the DJ, or you're thinking about doing like some line dancing classes.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm all set. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
further questions?
I don't have any questions. Thanks.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the executive director will take this matter under advisement as well and will issue a written decision. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you. Those are all the items before us today. So that will adjourn this afternoon's hearing. Thanks, everybody.